What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today in our Steelers Superstar series. It is episode 5 going up against the Seattle Seahawks. I have no idea how good they are, but it seems like no matter what team that they are fielding, the Seattle Seahawks are always just a god team in Madden. But if you didn't know why I'm saying no matter what team they're fielding, if you're new to the series, this of course is a fantasy draft franchise, but with a little twist. We didn't have a full squad. We chose, every 5 picks, we got to pick a player. So Fields was one of our top picks. I think he was our second pick. Tyreek was our first, so on and so forth. And if you win the game, you spin a wheel, and I let you guys decide who we get. And, of course, the choice was between a really good right guard and a really not good right guard. So, believe it or not, Brandon Brooks ends up being on the team. He has Tear-Proof and Lifeguard. I don't remember what the first ability is, so I just gave him Tear-Proof. I mean, there's better abilities. I'd probably rather have All Day or Secure Protector, I suppose. But, not bad at all, obviously. There's so many different ideas from you guys, so many different ideas from me. I really don't know which ones to implement. So, maybe we'll have a couple of polls throughout the week. And I say throughout the week, it's already Friday. So, throughout the weekend, I don't know, in the community tab, talking about what we might want to implement going forward. As for this episode, if we win, I think we're going to go back to the just spin a wheel and then you guys decide. If we lose, I've been seeing a majority of people say spin the wheel and whoever it lands on goes to normal dev. But even that, I don't know if it's enough, because if we spin the wheel and it goes to Tyreek Hill even, sure, I would hate to lose, rack him up or short out a lead or grab and go. These abilities aren't even that good, to be honest, But he's still a god. He's still going to torch people. He's still going to get open. Fields, once again, we're talking about losing a player to spin the wheel. I don't want Fields to go because, I don't know, it's really tough. It's really tough because I don't want to lose players. I think this is a better Ultimate Team idea for a fact because you're not as invested in the actual players. You're more invested in the win-loss, which I suppose you are here too, but I don't know if I want to lose players specifically on offense that we like. Once if I lose the Javelin, I'm going to cry. Let me know, though. I will absolutely do it. I think, once again, I want to lose players if we lose, but I don't know how it's going to go over because it's just it would really suck to lose Najee Harris because, I really want him to be a god, or if we lost Fields, I'd be really sad, but I feel like that's the only fair way, right? We're gaining players when we win. It'd be kind of dumb if we weren't losing players if we lost, so I don't want to do that unless you guys are absolutely 100% sure with it as well. So if we lose, we might actually wait till next episode to lose the player rather than today. We might even wait till next episode to gain the player. We'll see exactly. Once again, pay attention to that community tab, comment section, all that stuff. I will be paying attention to it 100%, even though I haven't been paying attention to the damn streams. And I know you guys haven't because I haven't streamed much. Maybe today. Saturday night would probably be a better night. Maybe today. I'll put it this way. If it's today, it might actually be an earlier stream. I might actually find some time to do that. Once again, pay attention to community tab. If you're invested in this series and or the streams on Jeromepkr, twitch.tv/Jeromepkr, pay attention to community tab. If you're new to the series, you're probably yeah, there's too much talking. I'm not doing this. But you know what? Here's the thing. It was important to talk about, right? Player of the week, Russell Wilson, and then me, Baker, and then Ben Roethlisberger on the Jets, with Bradbury for the Bradbury. Why was I saying Bradbury? I don't know. Bradbury for the Texans. You already seen the team. I'm not going to go into it any further. We might have some upgrades, but let's take a look at that Seattle team that we may be stealing a player from or be giving one to. And ironically enough, they have Zachariah Wilson as their starting quarterback with Nick Foles as the number 2. So a little bit of a real-life draft class battle. Aaron Jones, not a bad player to potentially steal off of them. Not that we really need him. Calvin Ridley, good wide receiver. Deebo Samuel, not bad, with a little bit of speed. Same with Gabriel Davis. They got some youth. Rondale Moore on top of it. That's a pretty good receiving group for sure. Tight end Dallas Goedert, definitely good enough. Left tackle, solid. Left guard, potential. Center, so they just went for all the rookies, didn't they? Kyle Long even counts as a rookie technically because the person remade him, and then their right tackle is very good. Left end, I'm seeing some names. Brian Burns looking pretty good. Frank Clark, he always does well. Chris Jones is a man you don't want to face, especially if he gets in the zone. He knocks us out of the zone. Geno Atkins as a backup doesn't hurt. Not even a backup, he actually starts in that scheme. Lorenzo Carter, very good, versatile player. Benardrick McKinney can definitely hit people Whitney Merciless, kind of past his prime. Dory Jackson, very fast, very good catching, but cornerback is definitely one of their weak sides. Xavier McKinney, young, but not super fast, good hit power, though. And then Terrell Burgess, kind of like a poor man's Earl Thomas. The pretty much only main upgrade we had was Kyle Pitts. The rest were all like linemen, not even like the good linemen. Some of them are backups. Jumping, catching, medium route. I mean, I'm not really expecting to see anything massive here, even though he's absolutely a stud. I feel like slot's probably the best ability upgrade for him to potentially get some like juke move or something, right? Forward to man. Oh, hey, relax. To be fair, Troy Apke should probably join him in the special teams, right? Because he's actually kind of large as well, so I wouldn't say as well. I think Isaiah Rodgers is pretty damn small. I just don't want to call him. The main goal is just not to call him Amari Rodgers, really. That's the best I'm trying to go for. And then for our final thing on the itinerary, we got to talk about Chris Jones, who I would love to neutralize him, but that's just not gonna happen. All right, here we go. Headed up against those Seattle Seahawks. Do your job. We're gonna get a rushing touchdown. And it's funny is I was thinking it was gonna rain. Now, I don't know if the Hard Rock Stadium actually closes, but if it does, one would argue, why is it not closed? That would be one of the main arguments that people would be probably asking for today. But I suppose the fans probably wouldn't get rainy on, right? Like it'd probably be nice for the fans actually, because it'd be like a nice mist, but you wouldn't actually technically get like rained on. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. The way it's built, it's like a little bowl, right? So it's like a rectangular bowl. I don't know how many rectangle bowls exist, but of course, passing hasn't been super great for us. Consistency-wise, we've been missing a lot of throws. Running, normally we're good. Last week was a little iffy, but overall, I expect it to be a little bit more of a running game. Considering when the weather's perfect, we still miss the ball quite often. The receiver should be fine, though. I have a lot of faith in Tyreek. I have a lot of faith in Larry Pitts. Pitts should have a really big game, actually, today, if anyone's going to have one. And then defensively, I feel really good about the defense. I think our defense is going to play better than theirs. It just comes down to, is our offense going to play better than theirs? So, you can only do so much on defense if your offense sucks or their offense is better. As we're going to kick this ball off, and they are not even going to have a chance. They do have Pollard as a return man, which I ship that. That's a pretty good decision. I mean, I don't ship it today, but any other day, I think that's a pretty good decision, right? As we're going to see the numbers for Zach Wilson, and technically better than Fields, but yards are lacking a little bit. Fields has to do more, it seems. But then again, they're 1-2, so I guess maybe he doesn't. Maybe Zach Wilson just isn't doing enough. That's the problem. As the Javelin himself, the man winning the hearts of everyone in the world, and already seeing someone fall down. They take the shot to Gillespie, who I believe is actually a pretty decently fast fullback, but he loses a yard there as Desmond King is not messing around one bit. Makes the play. Moving over to the left side and over the middle potentially, and that's going to be a throwaway. Already pretty good start. -1 yards on 2 passes attempted. Now a 3rd and 11. Redwine going up against Ridley. That's probably not good, but we got Browning over the middle to help. Let's see it. Oh, this is crossers. And inside to Josh Norman, who has a chance. And he tries to juke move right, but the tight end Goddard gets him. Wow, Josh Norman. He's been playing pretty damn well lately. I don't know if their receiver slipped or what's the story, but I mean, our defense is going to play better than their defense thing. You can't really argue that point yet, right? As Justin will argue against that point, as Justin Fields is having a decent season, especially when you count the rushing stuff. But yeah, we got to get those picks down. We got to keep the picks down, get the touchdowns up, or just keep the picks down. That's really the main goal here. And we're just going to streak Larry Fitz straight up. If he's got even a little bit of leverage, which he doesn't, and that's not bad considering he's under a massive amount of pressure. Actually, throwing out of a sack there. Gains 7 on the throw to Schwartz. You could trust Tyreek here, but I want to get the first down, which we are not going to get even close to because it's a holding call, and we were short anyways. Honestly, the holding might not even be the worst call in the world for us. Najee out there. I think they're going to cover the flat pretty well here. And there's not really anyone open. I'm just going to take it to Pitts, who's going to really lose a yard. Gained 1. Yeah, that penalty definitely didn't help us. I was hoping to make a positive out, and it's not a positive. Could have maybe taken Tyreek there. Schwartz burns his man, but that's going to be short by inches. You think you got to go for it, right? 4th and inches. Let's see what we can come up with. We're going to come out with a sneak look, which it does look good, but they do have Chris Jones there. And I think we got to take it, as he will easily get it. I don't know what they're doing. I thought we were getting tricked, like they were going to shoot the gap there or something, but he let it happen. Can I get Pitts over to the left? That's not what I meant, but this is interesting now. Oh, I mean, I guess we have to accept it. And he's actually open, and Pitts is going to score on one of the weirdest routes I've ever seen. I don't even know if that's legal. He did a wheel route inside next to the freaking lineman. How did he not get bumped off by the center? What a play. And it looks good to me. Clear cut to me. I don't know. Looks fine. Obviously a little bit short of a drive than they needed, but -1 yards compared to 33 yards is definitely the kind of start I'm looking for. As Aaron Donald is not going to let him get to it. Aaron Jones should have just taken it straight up the field, but, And Aaron Jones, looking at his numbers, kind of, gives me Najee Harris vibes. Really good couple of weeks, and then just kind of got stopped last week. It happens to the best of them. Oh, what is that? That decision to hesitate absolutely threw us off because we were going for the big bang play. You expect him to run as fast as possible. You expect to get to the spot, and he just doesn't move. It was really dumb by him, but it worked out as Browning, the man that just looks way too big to be playing linebacker. Javelin White going up against a wide receiver. It's not the worst matchup in the world. He is very fast. He's built like a DB, and Zach Wilson is just going to take the sack. He doesn't even try to get the ball out. He doesn't try to run. He just sits there. I do like the fact that they are trying to go for this. I don't know if they feel that the pressure's already on them, but you can have that tight end every day of the week. You can have him all day. I wanted him to go to him because Calvin Ridley was busting over the middle. Oh, yeah, you gained 13 yards, but you need another 13 to go. You can have him all you want. Take your little prize. As Rodgers is going to try to cut it back in, and not the worst play in the world. Cutting back left was actually pretty smart, but they actually beat most of our routes. And I feel like they want to give Tyreek Hill a touchdown, so I'm willing to, make those dreams come true. Not really, actually. And that's a little 50-50. And they actually pick up the flag. I'm going to take a look at this to see if it was the right decision or not. I think it probably was. Yeah, I mean, he might have had a chance, but it really didn't stop him. It looked like Tyreek was trying to bait it out more than anything, which is a little surprising from him, but not the worst decision. I mean, he almost got the call, right? As we lose a yard with Najee on the first carry of the game. Talking about how potentially this was going to be a massive running game. So far, that has just not been the case. Najee moving a little inside as this is a nice little combo here. Might be going to Pitts. And we will be, and that's a touchdown. You cannot leave Pitts that open with oh, they're actually catching up pretty nicely. You can't leave Pitts that open with no one over top. There's no one pressing him. There's no one over top him. They just kind of left him. And for a guy that, burned him down the middle of the field for like a 20-yard touchdown, it's very surprising they would let him do it again, but for much more this time. It was Wilson's trying to run out the gate, and, it doesn't necessarily not work. I mean, he gained 4, I suppose. As we are going to be committing inside, and oh my. Oh my. And maybe we have a little bit more time to go before we start comparing Browning to Bernard McKinney, because he just got stiff-armed right to the ground by Aaron Jones, who has got a sizable disadvantage for his weight. And hell, his height is everything. Yeah, that sure was something. If you want to call that defense, I mean, I don't know if I would, but it's okay. It's one play. Try to step up, and he takes the smart read as once again, Goddard with the unorthodox, run after the catch play. It works out for him though. Once again, he just runs away. And inside, Browning, good job. As was that King? Nashon maybe? I don't know who it was, but they got torched. As that will be the end of the first quarter. The Seattle Seahawks finally driving here, and they really need it. Like, you cannot come off of this field right now without at least 3 if you're them. As they're going to go back to the tight end, and once again, he's open. And it's not Goddard, but another unorthodox type of run. where he's just like trucking when no one's there, and it just kind of like sneaks underneath us. It's a challenge. As Redwine tries to get through there, Javelin White just completely misses, and Browning goes for another tackle. And he actually goes to Goddard. Got to give it to Wilson. He's trying to, bait us out, and it's working out. I believe we did have the outside coverage there anyways, but, we had Jones peeling wide open. And Browning was the most likely to go after it, as he's going to take it down underneath again to the tight end. This time they're only going to gain 2, though. Javelin White's got to cover Jones, and he does it pretty damn well. But they're going to find their number 1 receiver, Calvin Ridley, short of the first down. No, they're going to give it to him. That's questionable, but obviously in this situation, there's just not enough to make us challenge that. There's not enough of a reason, and we just completely miss our gap. And really good drive by the Seattle Seahawks, cutting it to 1 touchdown. And this front is looking pretty scary. Larry Fitzgerald has to just get his guy, and we're looking all right. Actually has nothing to do with Larry Fitzgerald. The interior guys just got absolutely pushed off their line, which I can't even blame. They've got themselves a pretty damn good set of players. Ooh, this play is always good. Tyreek's so fast, even on the audible, the guy's nowhere near him. As that's going to be a Pitts throw. No pressure, no running, standing still. Oh, everything perfect about that play. Can't ask for anything better. Pitts crushing them so far. I wasn't trying to force it to Pitts. I just knew the way the game was going to play today that Pitts was going to have a good day. And honestly, I only remembered it just that play that we said it. As he gets another big play, there's just nobody on him. Going to go to shorts deep, maybe. We're going to just dump this off to Najee, who does a really good job to recover. Tyreek Hill kind of sacrifices his body to knock a guy down. Nice little first down there. Looking for the deeper play when it's really not there or needs to be there. Once again, they're just trying to stop the run, which we just haven't really showed them that we want to commit to it. A little overthrown, but it gets there as Tyreek just instantly cuts inside. Maybe grab and go is a little bit better than I thought, but still, him getting open had nothing to do with any of his abilities. So at the end of the day, if that's the way we want to go, I ain't worried about it. He's always got ability. As Schwartz is going to have his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season, I believe. That play has been pretty deadly, especially in the red zone goal line situation. Oh, Kyle Pitts' goal was to get another touchdown. Well. If it isn't my friend the wind. Pretty sure it had nothing to do with the wind either. It's just all Madden. But, can't be perfect. Most teams have, they miss it. Oh, my God, what a hit. Alberto won it all. We'll see how I feel about that later, but, as of for right now, not really affected. And, man, their running plays are even worse than ours. Yeah, they've got a couple of yards, but at least Najee Harris hasn't been blown up like any of the plays. She's been tackled pretty normally. They're just getting crushed. You get destroyed on a play running before, and then you're going to go for another play right after that. 2nd and, 11 there? That's just iffy. Speaking of iffy, we should be really calling a timeout here. That's okay. We'll find out if it's actually okay or not, but as we cover that perfectly, but unfortunately, really the pass rush just didn't get there. Josh Norman's an older guy. He's going up against a young, spry, in his prime Calvin Ridley. I can't really blame him for getting beat after not even really just a traditional route. It was kind of like a secondary route. The pass rushers got to get there. They just simply didn't. And Aaron Jones is finding some room. Probably should have cut that further out to the left. Really good vision outside of right there. A scoring drive is nice no matter how you look at it. And the Javelin showing off the speed. Can't get the pick, though. Misses it. Obviously, they had their hand on it as well, but still thought he probably should have had that. Steffen's going for the bait. I like it. And the Javelin with a really good tackle against a guy that's so much bigger than him. Impressive. We're not overhyping the Javelin. The Javelin is being underhyped by the media. That's the real problem here. And there's the Javelin! That could be a score. Damn it, I was about to say, and what I would say, it could be a score. The man's too fast, but obviously he had the angle. The 3rd pick of the season already. Almost on par for a pick a game. If he gets one more this game, and he technically is. What a guy. As there is no one on Najee. It's not really even a screen pass, but Najee slips it all the way down to the 2. What a play. Najee Harris. That was all Najee. The screen was awful. They just didn't want it. They're like, you know what? We don't want to win the game. This is a tough one. This is so tough. And there you go, right to Tyreek. You had to. I'm sorry, Najee. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but we'll try to get you back. I mean, before they kind of had to go for it, but here, I mean, I don't care what the score is. You got to just get to halftime. The momentum's already on our side. Oh, and I thought he was about to throw a pick. I think he was just going to unload it. Over the middle, that's where he's going to go. He missed hard. Jamin Davis with the tackle. Not even really the tackle, the punishment, really. We'll say a lot of the, like, touchdown prevention plays in this playbook is all, like, disguised plays. So, like, there is, like, room for error. And those types of plays, and they just miss. I don't know what that is. You know, we're obviously trying to play a little bit deeper. Make sure they don't get a, you know, last-second touchdown. Absolutely change the tide of this game. But as of right now, it is all Miami. And that big man, believe it or not, he made a pretty big play there. Just to be in there, you know, we would have probably went for a spin move if it wasn't for him. Spin inside, we had ourselves a chance. Is that Schwartz? Drops the dime to the 47. Nothing has changed. I didn't touch the sliders one bit. Maybe the wind's against us, and that's why it's not being overthrown by Fields. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure why he's playing so perfectly in the rain. And there's Tyreek. Another dime. I really didn't think he got the feet down, but this is a massive showing. Brandon Brooks, welcome to the team. Yeah. Pitts over the middle. Drops. Touchdown number 3. That's pretty good. That's not bad. And I like that read. Woo! What a pick attempt there. That's a perfect kick. You can't ask for any better than that. And we will be up 30-7 at half. Well, obviously they have 1 second, but we're going to kick a squib. I like the beat that Anthony Schwartz had off the line. I was willing to let him go for it. Little underthrow. He might have just ran out of field, to be honest. Man, I don't even want to see these stats. If you're a Seattle fan, I wouldn't want to see him at all. But this is going to be disgusting. The disparaging stats here is going to be so bad. Right? In theory. Oh, Lord. Almost triple their yards per play. That's filthy. Just like that. That's even worse. All right, just play smart. That's all you got to do. Run the ball a few times and get a few first downs. Maybe you just get a touchdown right off the kick return if you have Isaiah Rodgers on your team. And it's not a bad return at all. Just using the speed gets to the 29. The absolute best part is we haven't even used our read options. Move the playbook around a little bit for the read option play. And there goes Kalen Ballage. Oh, my. They're like, wait, there's another facet to their game? Why? Yeah, I knew when he came up. See, here's the thing. Their defense is very predictable. They're very predictable. I just didn't like the audible we had. The best case scenario would have been a slant over the middle to Tyreek, which isn't the worst call in the world, but it wasn't really good enough to me. Probably should have just went to it anyways. I was going to go for the touch pass on the outside to Schwartz, who's going to pick up a block. 1 to beat. Can't beat him, but he gains about 13. Our run game interiorly with Najee really isn't doing well, but these end arounds and all that, I know it's not technically a run, but let's be honest. We'd all consider a run even if it doesn't count on the stat board. And you know what? This play isn't terrible. It's not great, but Alberto. Oh, man, he's so open. Catches it, can't stay in bounds, but he gets to the 14-yard line. They have no answer. There's games like this every once in a while that you should just call the flag. Throw up the white flag. This is probably not going to work. And, man, I really do. Like, don't get me wrong. Najee had that 6 screen. I feel bad for Najee. Like, the Seattle Seahawks coach is just so dumb that it's just costing him an okay game while everyone else around him is just having a massive one. Like, they're playing to stop the run when they can't stop the pass one bit. It is so dumb. Yeah, we had a pump fake there. It just wasn't there. Probably should have taken Tyreek over the middle. That's all right. That's all right. You know, I wanted to play it safe. Okay, thankfully hit the field goal. I was about to say, I just wanted to make sure we got the points, and we did. That's probably already game. I mean, half of the third quarter is already gone. You know, it's just, what do you do if you're them? And they're running the ball, apparently. Although I will say with Aaron Jones, I mean, the man was one more stiff arm away. He had 2 on the play. He was 1 away from turning that into a freaking touchdown. That would have been miraculous, and they need that. If they don't get something like that in this game, I just don't see how they're going to win. They're going to need somebody to go above and beyond, and that might have been the play right there for Calvin. Calvin really needed to catch that. I know it's not the prettiest look for the quarterback and all that, but if it hits you in the hands, the rule of thumb is you catch the ball. Even though you're getting absolutely pummeled, and I don't blame you for dropping it, you got to catch it, especially when you're in this situation. And Aaron Jones, potentially a horse collar there. I'm not going to call it. Look at the Javelin. Watch out, he's creeping. The Javelin's creeping. The Javelin's creeping! Watch out! And he just can't get the damn elusive touchdown. He's creeping. Watch out. Up the middle. I mean, I get now it is kind of like you run the ball type of situation, but still, with how good the pass game is, like it is still kind of ridiculous that they're keying in so hard for the run play. Screen pass should work, but the way they cover it, we might have to just dump it off to Balaj. And that was a little late from us, I'm going to be honest. It's probably more our fault than anything, but Najee still gains a lot. Trying to get Najee involved, because Najee has had technically now back-to-back bad weeks. Not that he can really, you know, control this week at all. And there goes Najee. Holds on. I mean, we've seen him drop those before, so you can definitely tell that he wants to be involved. He wants to do well, so I like it. I mean, they've just had no answer. Honestly, there's no answer. They can stop the run game all they want, and that would have been a nice answer for them. Najee, please don't be the reason. Just don't be the reason. And this could be a time to run. Justin Fields showing off those legs all the way to the 8. I mean, look at the way they're playing. Like, they want to stop the freaking run. And we're going to go low, and Tyreek scores the dagger. They have no answer. Too elusive. His team's too fast. You know he loves those celebrations. What a scoreline. I mean, I felt good about coming in this game, but I was a little worried about, you know, the throwing with the rain, so definitely a little worried there, but man, the defense has been absolutely lights out. I mean, really, the only lane they've had, how the hell does Javen White get trucked there? The only lane they've really had was the short drag stuff. And even then, it's really not been crazy open. It's really the pass rush has been lacking a little bit today. And, oh, is that a screen? I didn't even see it. Oh, we missed hard. A huge hit. Fumble. Jamin Davis. We knew it was coming one of these times, and here it is. Or, of course, we come out with a couple of different players. Not everyone. Not everyone. Just a couple. Gonna have to hand it off, and Najee will still play the game. He's a pretty durable looking back, obviously. And he really hasn't had the day he's wanted. It's obviously Kellen Mond is in. No Tyreek. No Kyle Pitts. And the very first play, don't even do anything. We just snap the ball, and Kellen Mond falls down. Almost puts the ball on the ground. Very first play. What a disaster. Oh, my. That is awful. He's going to take that to Alberto. The power is not there either. Man, I mean, I knew Fields was decent, but I honestly thought, you know, the way we're smoking in this game that, you know, putting in Mond, it wasn't going to change anything. I thought it was just going to be, you know, the insult to injury for them. Where is Steffens going? Like, he fair caught it, but he honestly almost could have just kept it, but obviously we recovered there, and there we are. And Taylor Moton's actually played pretty damn well against Donald this game. Not that one, though. Not that one, though, and Aaron Donald crushes him. Not that time. Aaron Donald's 3rd sack of the season. Now he's in the zone. Let's see if we can get Marlon Davison going as well. Obviously in the zone for... Actually, does he have unstoppable for... No, he does have blitz. What to say? And he spin moves inside. Very good throw, actually, but it's going to leave them halfway to first down. But with this scoreline, they're probably just going to punt it. No, they're actually going to go for it. Okay. I feel like the feelings are hurt a little bit here in Seattle. Obviously, we're not in Seattle, but you know what I mean. For Seattle. As Donald's going to force it, and the Javelin is going to get pick number 3 on the fall down, and he's going to get a pick 6. The man better win player of the week. Unbelievable. Falls down, and the Javelin is there. Took that to the house for show. I don't even know why I said for show. That's ruined the play much. as Goddard just slips. And obviously that acceleration, Goddard had the run up on him, but it doesn't matter. You know, obviously skipping ahead a little bit. Now all the way up to the 13-yard line. That's going to be a run as Javelin White can't get there. And they're looking to score their second touchdown of the game. And he might be short. His knee kind of came down fast there. And he is. Don't tell me they're going to throw another pick here. Don't tell me. And he would have. He was about to throw a pick to Nashawn Wright. 4th and inches from the 3. They're going to get desperate for the run. We're going to commit to it. And we're going to get him. No shots. Seattle's going to be looking for a new coach. You literally cannot ask for a better performance. You just simply can't. If the Javelin doesn't get a breakout, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, he should be a star just based off that performance alone. As obviously everyone, like literally everyone, played pretty much perfectly that game. I can't think of a single player that didn't play up to standards. Like Larry Fitzgerald, he's a slower guy. I don't really expect him to make those kind of crazy plays all the time. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. Yards per play obviously dropped, but we were trying to run the ball out a little bit, which is the smart call. Overall, it was literally, like I said, the perfect game. You cannot ask for a better one. It was just perfect. As Fields obviously had the best game of his young career with a 4 touchdowns to 0 interception rating, missed 3 out of 22 throws, over 300 yards passing, a perfect passer rating. Zach Wilson, quite the opposite, obviously. Looking at the rushing game, they didn't really do too well. We didn't really do too well. You know, they fumbled, we fumbled. Obviously, we recovered theirs, which was bigger. Anthony Schwartz with a couple of nice plays himself. Pitts had a really good start to the game. Definitely slowed down a bit, but really, we were just throwing to whoever was open. A lot of players got involved. You know, Najee didn't have a great rushing game, but guess what? 72 in the receiving game. Can't ask for much more than that. And obviously made an insane play, too. He wasn't just, you know, a product of his surroundings. If anything, the downfall of his game rushing was the product of his surroundings. And then as far as interceptions go, Javelin. The Javelin. 3 interceptions. 109 yards returning with a touchdown. My dude, my hero, the Javelin. As Anthony Schwartz, who had a pretty decent day himself, gets an upgrade point. 72 overall now. 5 upgrade points. Deep route +2. Not bad at all. You know, he's pretty good. His route running's lacking a little bit, but obviously where his route running lacks, his speed makes up for. Speaking of speed, Javelin White, definitely a guy that you know, he's kind of under the radar right now. He's making plays, he's making mistakes, but you know, he's getting better as the games go on. Obviously an absolute speed demon himself. And obviously a victory royale here going up against San Fran next week. Great win, Coach. Chris Jones is an absolute beast, and he's always awesome to come away with a win against the Hawks. I mean, we locked him down, didn't we? I don't even remember if he got a sack in that game, but ultimately we win. As far as how we're going to decide what player we take, once again, probably a wheel spin. I'm not sure. This one, like I said, we might wait till next week just to make sure we get the way we want to do these things down pat. You know, if it's straight up just choosing, Brian Burns is probably my selection here. But I think that's, you know, once again, that's a little too OP. I think we should be going simulation or spinning the wheel. The thing is, though, like, do we take off positions we don't need? Like, Dallas Goedert, we don't need. But if we do a wheel spin to where we lose a player, we might want to get him because when's if we lose Pitts? You know, I don't know. Or just in general, it adds another name that we could lose in the future. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know in the comment section below. It means a ton to me that you guys are watching still and obviously giving me suggestions. As a lot of you guys have actually been given, once again, like I said earlier in the video, some pretty decent suggestions for this. And I think there's so many good ones, but obviously you can't use them all because some of them, you know, are literal like solutions that the other one can't salute anymore. I don't even know what I'm saying here, but yeah, keep them coming. I'm going to keep reading them, and we're going to keep trying to implement the proper way to do this. Of course, for gameplay sliders, I don't know what we need to change. I mean, we're on all Madden after last game. Let me be 100% sure we are on all Madden, and we are, obviously, with simulation on. Is there a way to, like, make the game slower? Like, is there, like, a game speed option? Like, I would like... Oh, I don't know what that means. Someone's got to let me know what that means. That could be something. Because we are a little too fast right now, I feel. Minimum speed threshold? It seems like it decides how much speed matters, right? I'm not 100% sure, but this is what they have. Let's raise that a little bit. I don't know if this is supposed to be better or worse. Pass blocking seems perfectly fine. Run blocking, maybe a little bit higher. Our run blocking, I think that's fine. I think this is good. Right? I feel like that's pretty good. We lowered it a little bit, obviously. We helped the team, the CPU a little bit better there. But let me know in the comment section below all those things. Any gameplay slider suggestions, any suggestions at all, let me know. Once again, pay attention to the community tab. There could be information about this series and potential streams in the future. Maybe even today we'll have some. We'll see. Could be a second channel video. Should be a second channel video. Maybe COD campaign that I haven't finished uploading. I'm not sure. Just keep an eye out on all that stuff. The community tab is going to be popping today, probably. Anyways, thanks for watching. Once again, if you enjoyed, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, Pkr Plays. Twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for streams. I always nail the outro and the intro, and I sold there. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you come back for next video. But until next video,